Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with a final video on the XP Challenge Ultra Base for the Immortal Sins event. I've already got a couple of these videos out, hundreds of views, but I've been perfecting the base, and this is going to be the last video that I put out. I can do this literally without any damage. Zero damage right in here. I ended up on this particular video taking a minute worth of damage, but I have gotten out of here when I was not recording with zero damage. So this is a very cool way to do it. I know this base, as you look at it, is pretty overwhelming. The size of it and the short amount of time that you have to do it, but as I'm going to show you, once the base is pretty well cleaned up, the time that it takes to clear it is really very quick. So you do want to have everything on lockdown, put it on defense, because you don't want these units moving forward. And with all of these bishops on the base, that is one of their tricks. They target you, and then you move forward and you move into the line of fire of a turret or another unit, because the bishops actually don't fire at all, but they lock onto you, and they cause you to want to lock onto them and fire at them. And then you've got all these annoying Arcalites popping out after the fact. So you'll notice I'm using my Elite Asmodeus. It's not Omega yet. I don't have all the parts yet, but I am trying to use these bishops as splash zones to kill a bunch of turrets. I'm trying to get 2 for the price of 1 for my shots to save time. If you had more time on this base, it's actually not a hard base. It's just overwhelming because you don't have enough time really to do it. So keep in mind that I use stop a lot to save time. I stop. That's the S key, and that will do you a lot of it'll put a lot of work in for you, because you will save time by pressing stop. Look, I shoot the bishop, and I took out a turret, and sometimes I take out 2 or 3 turrets with my first shot there. Now these Arcalites that are moving around here, you don't want to kill them right away, and I'll show you why. It's a precise pattern that you want to kill the Arcalites, and there are 3 specific Arcalites that you do not want to kill. You want to save them, because it's going to save you a lot of time and help you take out some nasty turrets, so that you can get out of here. This is the first one right here. This guy next to this blue accessory turret. And now this guy, he's not important, but the other guy right there, he's important. He's going to take out that turret. So those first 2 that are standing next to the turret and next to the support turret are important. The third guy is that guy running around up there by this one right there. He's important because I wanted to take out the support turrets. Well, in this case, we did not take out the blue support turret. Usually it does. It just helps, so at the end I don't have to shoot it twice. It just makes it a little bit safer if I only have to shoot it one time. Alright, we are going to use the Harbinger. It does not matter too much what level your Harbinger is, because you're going to be far enough away from everything that you should be okay. I know that the range increases on the Harbinger, so I may be wrong on the range, but I don't think you need, because it's pretty far away from everything else. So I think you're okay, no matter what level. But don't quote me on that. I don't know the specific level. I'd have to look it up. The range for the level. Mine is an Omega Harbinger. You can probably see by the looks of it. Now you want to, again, be careful of the Arcalites that pop out, but also be careful of these rocket tanks. The hero is called Sunder. I can't remember what they're called, but Sunder is the hero. And those rockets will cause quite a bit of damage. Remember, there's a turret right underneath that Harbinger, so I'm just moving the Harbinger to take care of the next tower. The Harbinger is going to take care of 3 towers, and that's its whole purpose. Just 3 towers. I think you can get away with just the first tower, but I just use it because I don't have to wait to take out the other towers. You'll see here right now I have to clear out a number of things. Now here's the last turret in the way of the Harbinger from getting to the 3rd tower, and I had to shoot it twice because it didn't kill the blue support turret. But that's okay. Sometimes that happens. That is the reason why we were saving those particular 3 Arcalites. Now we can move the Harbinger out of our way. And after this 3rd tower, I can just retreat the Harbinger. We don't need it anymore. In the upper right corner, those bishops right there, even though they are, not able to shoot you, they cause a lot of problems. They really want to control your Asmodeus, so that's why I'm coming over here to sort of get out of their range. They are very annoying. They're probably the biggest threat on this base. Believe it or not, are those bishops. They're probably the biggest threat on the base. You see that my Asmodeus moved there on its own without my command. It's because it's got that cross symbol above it, and it knows it's got a priority on it, and it wants to kill the bishop that's putting the priority on it. Alright. So I have one more. See, there he goes again. Wants to move on his own, so I have to lock him down. I was just trying to retreat my Harbinger, and now I'm going to take out this last turret and try to minimize how many bishops are over here in my way. You gotta be careful because the turret there with the 4 support turrets has a long range because of all the support turrets. We'll check my time here in just a second, but we've got plenty of time. It is amazing, actually, how long 2 or 3 minutes is on a base like this. So we got 4 minutes and 50 seconds. You'll see that's plenty of time. It does look like maybe we're running out of time, but we have plenty of time. And in my other videos of this base, you'll see I get down to 1 minute before I release my my troops, because 1 minute is plenty of time. And I put them on Ruby, but I just try to clear as much as possible away before I get down to that last minute timer. And I literally just put it on Ruby. I just put it on full on Ruby. There's not much left on this base that can be of too much of a damage maker. If you do have Braden, you could release Braden right now and he would just clear everything out without hardly a scratch. Now notice that last tower, that blue floater, you don't want to shoot any of these units. You want to shoot the blue floater that's in the air. That takes out the tower. And you can do that with the other two turrets, or two towers in front, but you have to clear things out before you get there, and you might somehow accidentally shoot one of the blue floaters by accident and with some splash, and then you won't be able to take it out. It has to be the floater. This guy right here, he's a real unit. The one that was in front of the tower right there is kind of a fake unit. He doesn't have any, he doesn't shoot, and he's literally there just so you can put the splash onto the CC there. He sits right in front of the CC. If you go back, you'll see I shot him to destroy the CC, but he doesn't shoot you. He's like I don't know, like, he's not a real unit. It's just he's just sitting there. He doesn't have any firepower. He does have an Arcalite inside though, so you do have to kill the Arcalite inside. These are not the normal units. These are not the units that you and I have. Everything, if these were just the normal units that you and I have, this base would be a piece of cake, because the Arcalites and these purifiers and things like this, they don't have any range, but these do. These ones on this base have a lot of range. Everything has like twice the range it should, including the Arcalites. The Arcalites have very low range, and these guys have almost the range that my Asmodeus has. So, I mean, they are wacky on their range. Still a minute and a half left, so we're totally fine. I'm not even worried about the time, so I just even close the clock. I don't even care, because you'll see I'm able to clear this entire base except for the helicopter. I can kill the helicopter with the Asmodeus, it just takes too long. So we'll get rid of the Asmodeus, and we'll just put it on Ruby now. It is important, I think, to put it on Ruby in case there's a building over here or something that you missed with all of this, destruction and everything. It's hard to see if there's a building that you missed, and then that's it. So the only thing that took damage was Braden and Karen. And those two commandants, but it's like seconds. It's only a little bit. I didn't press instant repair because I wanted to show you. It's 1 minute and 15 seconds total, so it's like only a few seconds on each one of those units. primarily from the helicopter and those bishops. Sometimes, because the helicopter is shooting at Karen, it misses completely and I get out with 0 damage. Hope it was helpful. See you next time.